Welcome into the Week 13 Final Points Edition with John Hansen and Graham Barfield. We're sifting through probably some ugly questions today with 6 teams on bye, but we'll do our best. I'm sure we'll have some deeper reaches with some of these questions. I've been getting a couple Joe Flacco questions out there. I don't know if we're necessarily wacko for Flacco this week, but how you doing, John? Excited for this week after a nice Thanksgiving, and now we're back to 6 teams on bye.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm learning how hard it is to be your Mr. 64%. I look back, I've done a lot of props the last 2 weeks, including Thursday, and I'm at 65%.
Ooh.
And that is really freaking hard, man. Like, I feel like this is like I'm pushing the limits here. So
prop-wise, depending on the juice and everything, you probably got to go about 55% to clear profit. Like if straight wagers on ATS, that's more like 52.8%. But yeah, it's tough. How you doing, Graham? How's your Week 13?
Good. Yeah, good. Feels good. This is a fun slate. We got a couple good games, couple rain games in the early window. It should be a fun week.
Yeah, it's pouring here.
Give me some insight real quick on Joe Flacco. I do believe his arm strength is good still, and I've heard that. We've seen that last couple of years. I also believe his decision-making is outstanding. Why? Because him and I go to the same pizzeria. And
there you go.
Great place, and you have to pick from a bunch of, mediocre places, and he found the good spot here.
Which one is that? Was it Angelo's?
Is it Angelo's there?
No. We're talking a different place now.
Okay.
Because Angelo's used to be the spot. They moved to Philly. Now they're blowing up. Now it's a place called Brooklyn Original.
Right.
It's like, it's amazing. Like these places pop up. I find out about them. I'm like, oh my God. And then all of a sudden, like next thing you know, like what's his face? The shortstop for the Phillies is going there all the time.
Oh, Trey Turner's there?
Trey Turner's there all the time. Flacco's in there. I'm like, this guy knows what he's doing. He knows.
There you go.
Pizza. You know what I mean?
So if you're looking for pizza, what was the name of it again, John?
Oh, it's Brooklyn's Original.
Brooklyn's Original. If you're ever in Haddonfield, New Jersey, maybe you'll run into John and Joe Flacco. Once again, we're doing the super chat questions. If you're looking to get your question in a little quicker and you got something to do, you can send that in as well. All right, let's get to the questions then. Alan says, good morning, guys. 1 point PPR. He's deciding between Breece Hall, Jerome Ford, and Antonio Gibson. I'm probably going to be in Breece Hall.
4 or 5 balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Hall to catch 4 or 5 balls too.
Yep.
Tim Boyle's just going to dump it down. Give me Hall here.
Yeah, I'm give me Hall as well. I was about to say we're going to have 3 weather games in the early window here. New York is one of them. Pittsburgh potentially a little bit. It's pouring pretty hard here in central Pennsylvania, and New England is going to be a wet one as well. So I would lean a little bit more towards those running games for those 3 games.
Jerome Ford is kind of taken over in that backfield. I mean, I'm with you, but Ford is hardly worthless.
No, I like all 3 of these guys this week, considering the circumstances. Sound 12 girl. Good morning. I need one to start in a 10-team PPR. Najee or Breece? Now this is one I'd go Najee. I like Najee in this matchup against. We're playing our running backs against the Cardinals every week.
Yeah, great matchup.
Yep.
He's a much healthier offense. I mean, Najee's like
that's funny to say there, John. Much healthier offense, but it's true.
It's absolutely true.
I can't put Breece or Najee in a lineup over Breece, but I do get it. It's a good matchup. But yeah.
All right, Randy says Utica, New York is ready. All right, we are too. Cardinal 1B. Good morning. Non PPR. Either Tank Dell or Devonta Smith. Thanks, guys.
I'm going Skinny Bat. Skinny B. He's healthier.
Give me Tank. I'm on Tank here, man. Tank's just like, I don't think you can take him out of lineups, really.
Yeah, this is a really tight one. I'm with Graham, though. The Tank is playing at a really high level here. I am a little worried, did pick up the injury, but I think we're kind of thinking in our wide receiver coverage matchup, we're thinking maybe Nico gets a little this week.
Collins has the better matchup, but I mean, these guys are both like almost the same wide receiver twos. I mean, it's kind of crazy.
And we got Dalton Schultz out of the mix. I will say one thing I'm going to be interested in. This is the first time in a long time we have the full Texans wide receiver. So
right, you have Noah Brown back now.
Yeah, and just interested to see how they kind of rotate those 4 wide receivers.
I will say Noah Brown did not practice on Friday, and this knee issue has been like lingering for him. So he could be the one that's limited. I saw Books gave out his prop at like 25.5.
Yeah, they have
thought about it,
Woods.
but he might be really limited.
Yeah, they have Woods and Brown right at the same number. I was kind of looking at both of those two. So I think they might kind of be a 50-50 split there.
I'd personally go with the healthier guy. I mean, to me, that's a great tiebreaker. But, you know,
I had no issues, though. Devonta's, ever since Goddard's been out of the lineup, we're expecting maybe that the weather for that game has cleared up. It looks like it's going to be solid weather for that game.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And it's very warm. I live really close, so it's very warm. So it won't.
That game's going to go off.
50 degrees. And it's not going to be raining for the game, by the way.
Yeah, it's supposed to clear the area up.
It's been raining all morning.
3 o'clock. Yeah, it's been pouring here as well. Richie and Laura DeLuca. Hey, guys. PPR in America. David Montgomery or Ramondre Stevenson, I should say.
Hey, Montgomery keeps scoring for you, man, but like this is the spot for Ramondre. Season high snap rate last week. Wet weather game, like Tom was just saying.
Yeah,
Chargers are obviously
looking at his over rushing prop, his attempts prop. I could see them really feeding 20 plus carries in back-to-back games here. Yeah,
what's that at? 16? Oh, 14.
It's 15.5 or 14.5. It's juiced pretty heavily towards the over. But yeah, I'm with you. I like Ramondre here a little bit. Not the easiest matchup for David Montgomery as well.
Yeah. Their O-line, though, they're getting Glasgow back. They will do well. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, David is not getting much in the passing game for the most part.
No, he's pretty much non-existent. So he's got a score for you, but he does that pretty much every week. Clark says, greetings, gentlemen. Happy Sunday fun day. Would you play Gibbs versus New Orleans or Mostert versus Washington or Javonte versus Houston? So which of those 3 are we taking? Gibbs, Mostert, or Javonte?
I'd say Mostert if you felt like you needed upside. I'd probably go Gibbs over Mostert, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking Gibbs. There's nothing in here about PPR or not that kind of would help a little bit.
Guys, Mostert's playing Washington. I mean,
yeah. I know.
I think Mostert's like must start. It's really, really close though. Javonte is the one that's like not close.
Yeah, Javonte is not in the picture at all for me.
They have another question here: Olave versus Pickens, and we're playing Olave here.
No, yeah, we're playing Olave. He's in the lineup, and that's a great matchup. His prop is at like 70 yards. So even with the concussion, clearing the concussion protocol, the books are thinking he's going to go off as well.
John, what do you think? What do you think about Devon Achane versus Mostert today? What do you think Achane? What do you think his role is going to be like?
I was talking to Dr. Mark Addix about that, and I'm like, I projected the guy to be a 7 carry and 2 catch a game guy, and they tried to increase that by 40%, and he made it through 3 freaking games, 3, and now he's missed 2 months.
My gut, like looking at projections around the industry, I'm more with you. Like the Dolphins are a playoff team. They need Achane for the playoffs. Mostert's 31. Like, why wouldn't they just keep Achane healthy and clean for the playoffs? So I'm all in on Mostert today. I think he's a great DFS play too.
The only thing is like Jeff Wilson looked good last week, and he's kind of rounding into form. So that's why I had some trepidation. But yeah, I mean that's my opinion. Like. He comes out, Devon Achane. I'm like, damn, I screwed up. I should have given him more touches. And then he makes it through 3 games. So maybe I didn't screw up. You know what I mean? Like, this is who he is. He should not get more than 10 touches a game.
Yeah. All right. We got Will says, good morning, guys. Need one full point PPR. Jaden Reed, Greg Dortch, or Curtis Samuel?
I forgot my damn microphone, by the way.
I was wondering. I didn't see it in front of
you.
Hello.
I mean, broadcasting. Sorry.
I'm going Samuel here over Jaden Reed and Greg Dortch.
That is really close though. Those all 3 of those guys project like exactly the same. Reed did not practice basically all week. He has a chest injury. They could rotate Dontavian Wicks in more. I think they're gonna get Wicks back. Yep. That's a little scary for Reed. He's the best player of this group, but I'm with Tom. I like Samuel.
Yeah. I mean, I need Samuel, and I'm hoping that it really should be something very similar to last week. With the outside guys getting a tough matchup, and
he's very busy with this good matchup inside.
He looked healthy again. I think that was
off the injury report.
Yep.
So is Gibson too.
OG Bobby with a super chat question. Thank you, Bobby. Good morning, Uncle Hansen. Help PPR. I need to make a drop for a kicker. Damian Pierce, Dearness Johnson, Tajay Spears. Who are we dropping out of that group?
Well, you don't have if you don't have ETN, then Dearness is just like, okay, it's not a bad stash and hope, but it's hardly a must-have.
Yeah,
right.
I think that's where I'm at too. This group.
Spears would be a league winner if Henry. I'm telling you, I don't care what anyone says. Like Spears getting 20 touches.
He's gotten dumped in a few leagues too here, John. I picked him up in a few spots, but
especially this week with 6 teams on bye, people are pinched a little bit more. So
ETN's gonna play. By the way, he'll play.
Yeah, it looks
I am an uncle to several people, and I have a bunch of nieces. And when they were little kids, I put on some weight, so I convinced them. I told them all to call me Uncle Fatty. Motivate me, and now they're in their mid-20s and they still call me Uncle Fat.
That's not something you wanted to stick with you there.
My niece calls me Uncle Cole, so that's a little better than Uncle Fatty. We got another super chat question. Zach says, need one PPR. I think there's a chance of this one. Samuel, Dortch, or Reed. We literally just had the same.
Just did it there, Zach. Samuel. Yeah, it is close there, man. But yeah, we're going Samuel.
Yeah.
All right, we're going back up to the top. Clark says, in a Sunday night football wide receiver showdown, would you go Jaden Reed if he plays or Rashee Rice?
Oh, Rice all day. Rice is in, man. It's over. It's like he's in.
Let's do it. Let's go Rashee Rice. Suspense, full PPR, McBride or Freiermuth?
I think you got to go McBride there. I mean, they don't have Michael Wilson again.
Yeah.
No, I know. It's Dortch again. Hollywood's playing through an injury.
He's had this heel issue. I'm playing McBride.
Yeah, I'm playing McBride. I know McBride was on the injury report all week and a little scary, but it's wheels up. Zach Ertz cut. It's McBride time. Josh Coons says Javonte or Breece Hall, half point PPR, 40+ yard plays and TD bonuses. I think that might swing it towards Breece if those bonuses are pretty nice.
Yeah.
Breece hasn't gone over 40 yards rushing and
well, yeah, that's true. But he's capable of breaking that, the long plays.
The thing that scares the crap out of me for Javonte is he's playing on like 30% of the snaps, fewer than that when they trail.
That's what I'm scared about today.
Texans
have been good against the run. If they fall behind, we could see a little more Samaje P run.
That's wrong.
Javonte is starting to kind of low-key be like literally one of the most frustrating running backs I've ever covered.
Tom Tipple in the private chat says that Javonte hasn't scored since the Nixon administration, and that's almost true. He has 2 receiving touchdowns this year, Thomas. But
Samaje steals it last week at the goal line and gets a little neck injury. He had another addition to that. Would you play the Javonte over Josh Downs? I think we'd play Javonte over Josh Downs.
It's PP, I don't remember if it's PPR. I played.
It was half with the big plays.
Downs.
He doesn't get the big plays, Josh Downs.
Yeah.
Javonte is getting those checkdowns a little bit.
Yeah, I think he could be. We got another super chat question. Bianca says, need 2 in full point PPR. Singletary, Jerome Ford, Javonte, and then a quarterback.
Oh, Love or Lawrence.
Love. I thought that said Olave for. So who are we choosing out of those backs? I think Singletary for me.
Yeah. It's just
that's another one I want to watch at the 11:30 if we get Mike Boone inactive again. Wheels up with Devin Singletary in the passing game again.
Yeah. I actually went with a Damian Pierce prop trying to steal a win, but it was like 22, 3 yards.
It's in the mid-20s.
Ridiculous. And Denver's, as I said last week when a Jerome Ford, I said Jerome Ford's hitting the damn prop. I don't give a crap if he gets under 10 carries, which he did.
He did.
He still got it.
He got it like second quarter too. Yeah. It was a nice early victory. So what are we doing for this quarterback question?
Give me
Love or Trevor Lawrence.
Give me Lawrence here.
Yeah, that Love matchup. I know he's been hot, but gonna cool off here against.
I've been thinking about this Love matchup for the whole weekend, and I think I've come to. I don't think my gut is it's not going to go all that well. but it could. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like, what do you guys think of that
playing
one?
better, but yeah, the three cupcake matchups leading into this game.
You know, this is a polar opposite spot here. So,
but he's just
looked
so good the last 2 weeks. I mean,
he is all. I that's what I was telling Graham. We do the Monday market report. I think I've changed my mind on Jordan Love 4 times already this season. So,
well,
he's
again,
just gonna be one of those guys.
I hope that I'm rooting for him only if he can just be like the poster child for like, guys, you're ruining your quarterbacks out there. Like, I would speculate that Jordan Love, had he been drafted by another team and thrown to the wolves, would be a ruined player right now.
Oh, he was a very shoddy prospect. Major accuracy issues coming out, turnover
I
issues.
Think if anything, we've learned that there's just very few prospects that are 100% ready week 1, and we are very bad at identifying those players. Like very, very bad at identifying them.
I mean, the Stroud stuff. I mean, no one was down on him.
But it was
everybody said he was the highest 4 player, but man, I mean, there was some wild ass CJ Stroud takes. I don't want to derail the show too much here with some
right.
Brian asked,
Dortch or Samuel. Yeah,
we already got that one. Brian Weller at 1034. Tom, half point PPR need to start 3: Eckler, Montgomery, Kyron Williams, and Devin Singletary. Kyron for sure, Eckler for sure, and then
I'd probably sit Dave in a timeshare.
Or sit Dave. Yeah,
I think so.
Singletary.
I have a few leagues where I've got Montgomery and Singletary, and it is close, but I'm playing Singletary.
Okay, we'll go Singletary for that one. Big Poppy's in the house. David Ortiz, full PPR. I need 2 running backs and a receiver and a flex. So we're setting an entire lineup here. White, Warren, Harris, Javonte. So
Rashad White's must start.
And he's in.
And I'm playing Jalen Warren over Harris and Javonte.
Yeah. And then there's wideouts are Hollywood and Thielen. So what wide receiver there?
He needs a flex out of that running back group too. So you're playing. I think you're playing the Pittsburgh guys in White plus Thielen.
Yeah, I think Thielen. This is going to be like a 6-catch game for Thielen. He'll bounce back.
6 catch for 39 yards, John.
Yeah. All right, we got another super chat question from Jab. Najee, Warren, or Singletary in a PPR?
I think there you go, Singletary. I would.
I'm on Warren.
Well, I mean, are they going to need him much in the passing game? Like,
I don't know if it matters. The Cardinals are just giving up so much.
Yeah.
It was a 50-50 split in the red zone last week. That was the one thing I wanted to look at is like, what are they going to do in the red zone? Warren did fumble, but 50-50 split in terms of snaps in the red zone. Previously, before Canada, it was like all Najee, like nearly 70-25. So, yeah, give me Warren. If that sticks, if they split to 50-50 in the red zone, like Warren has massive upside for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'm leaning Warren in this one. And it's like one of those, I want to start a running back against these Cardinals. So I'll lean towards Jalen Warren there. I think I would have it Jalen, Najee, and Singletary. But
wow.
It's just one of those like the upside. It's just like I don't know if Singletary goes off.
He looked freaking good last week catching a ball though too.
Suspense says standard scoring need 1 wide receiver between T. Higgins and Christian Watson.
Oh, Watson all day.
Watson, Higgins to me is like if you're desperate and you're like looking at Jerry Jeudy versus T. Higgins, you play T. Higgins.
Watson has he really looks a lot better.
Well,
I mean,
we talked about it.
This could be the Gabe Davis corollary again, where it's like, he's gonna look awesome for 1 week, and then he goes.
I don't want to hear that.
Well, yeah, I mean, but then again, he is young. He was raw. He was in and out of lineup. So
I just think this is who he is. I think he's a really athletic player, but he's gonna have
not a refined player.
Yeah, not a refined player, and does not have great ball skills. Like that's the biggest problem for him.
Yeah, I mean, he also, like North Dakota State, like I think we are a little impatient. If this were 20 years ago, I mean, no one would say anything about, Watson's a bust, or it wouldn't even be in a conversation.
When Tank Dell and CJ Stroud are just ripping everybody out, it kind of changes expectations, I guess.
Everyone's different, though. Everyone's different. You know what I heard? I heard he got a little too big for his britches, a little too quickly. Which, by the way, you know who that happened to? Brandon Ayuk.
Well,
remember that year he got benched?
When you play with the GOAT and then you go from the GOAT to Jordan Love, there's going to be some up and downs too. So,
all right, we got a super chat here. It's we need to get it in here. You guys are the best. Ballast Boys Plumbing already locked the bye week from your help. Excellent
nice.
job. Should I start?
Where you guys
Steve?
at, man? I always need a good plumber, man. Somebody who's not going to rip me off here.
He's got Steve or Kaplan in his, on his roster here.
Steve.
So we're
Go
going
Steve.
Steve all day. Yeah,
Go Steve.
you never. Kaplan is a desperation play.
It's a Kaplan's a full fade over Steve.
Yeah, we're going
at all times.
Let's see.
Did he pay for that question? By the way?
He did.
Yes, he did.
We love
Thank
you.
you.
We love you.
Chicago D. I lost my spot here. Need 2.5 PPR. Monty, Hall, or Dylan. Monty
Dylan.
and Hall. Yeah, not Dylan. I agree.
Dylan will get you 11.8 points though. But-
Yeah, nothing more and
Literally,
likely less.
Probably less. Yeah.
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 Najee or Brian Robinson in non PPR. I'm going Najee in that one.
Najee.
Najee.
Mark says, "Morning, fellas. 0.5 PPR running back start sit. We got Najee and Warren. Could start both or put Jerome Ford in for either."
I figured we would get a lot of Steelers running back questions, guys. You've been looking at Najee versus Warren in your lineups all year, and this is like, to me, it's not even a debate anymore. It's not even it's not a debate. You're playing Warren,
Well, he has the option here to play both, and I would play both this week.
Yeah, I'd play both over.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, Browns offense could be an absolute dumpster fire today.
I mean, Ford could always get vultured by Hunt.
Yes, and that for under 40 points in that game, they might score one touchdown.
Browns team
today.
total is abysmal.
Yeah, it's low. Neil says, need a flex and a full PPR between B-Rob and Amari Cooper. Oh, boy.
I don't like Cooper.
I don't like Brian Robinson either.
Yeah.
No, I don't like him either.
He is safer. Cooper.
I'll go Robinson.
Cooper.
Yeah, Robinson. Here's the thing about Robinson. They're going to be playing from behind. Howell's throwing it 40 times. I mean, I like Gibson, but Gibson's no lock to get 7-8 targets. No. I mean, Robinson could easily catch 3 balls.
He has been a little bit more involved in the passing game.
Yeah.
Cooper, I do think, has a little more a little more juice with Flacco in the lineup. That's not saying much, but out of those 3 quarterbacks,
what a wild sentence.
Tom,
tell yourself that in August that Cooper has a little more juice with Joe Flacco.
Well, that's why I mentioned the pizza stuff, because it is fascinating. I mean, the guy's pushing 40. Like literally 2 weeks ago, he's walking the same pizzeria as me.
I was wondering, is he like jogging to the pizza plate? Is he trying to stay in shape, or?
Oh no, there's a picture of him there, and he looks like he's in good shape. So
no, yeah, he's looked the same for 20 years. So
yeah,
the Jets should have signed him. I wasn't joking when I said the Jets should have signed him like a month ago.
Yeah, they should have. No, there's something there. There's something.
I'm sure with Rodgers and
there's definitely a schism there, because it's so convenient for Joe to play there. It's like an hour and a half up the turnpike.
Yeah, Rodgers might be a little threatened by Joe. I don't, whatever. Max says, "Good morning. Need 1.5 PPR. James Conner, AJ Dillon, or Christian Kirk."
John, I cannot read James Conner's name without saying corner. So thank you for absolutely ruining that.
Corner. That show fell off a cliff, by the way. I don't watch it anymore. I watched it for about 3 years.
What, Ray Donovan, right?
Ray Donovan, yeah. Corner.
Never got into that one.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah, you're playing Kirk here, I think, right? Christian
Kirk.
I'm
playing Kirk begrudgingly here. Yeah. He's the best one. Connor's falling off a cliff here, and Dylan is Dylan, as we stated earlier.
And then Michael Carter is like, got to roll
in there a little bit.
And Kyler's taking the goal line stuff. It's a split in the
That's
red zone.
The other thing. We even had Clayton Tune coming in on a 2-point conversion last week. So
did he really?
They don't
the push with him.
Yeah, they don't sneak Kyler because he's so small.
Yeah,
I don't. I'm a big
and
Kyler
the knee.
I'm not making fun of him.
Yeah. Mark in Virginia from the morning show. You still good starting Hunter Henry over Pitts? Full point PPR.
Yes, I am.
Yep.
Yes, I am. If they don't throw 7 balls at least to Gesicki and Henry, Bob needs to go. I mean,
we got. He has also other options here. He says Conklin, Juwan Johnson, Hudson Craft, and Chiggy. I think I kind of like Juwan Johnson the best.
Yeah, I'd play Juwan Johnson.
Yeah. He has at least some semblance of upside.
Yeah.
All those receivers.
77 targets last week for Juwan, 45 yards. No Alex Anzalone for the Lions. He's their best cover linebacker.
Route share as well. He was
okay. I mean, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I still do like
Juwan
Henry.
I'm playing Juwan over Kyle Pitts in a league. So
I
yeah,
would too.
I have no interest in dealing with Kyle Pitts at this point of the season.
No.
Kyle
I
Pitts'
mean, at
3
this
targets
point
a
with
game.
Kyle Pitts, I'm now to the place where he's not healthy.
I think that's partially the case, but last week, I mean, Ritter threw it 24 times again. They're going back to the old Falcons of last year. I mean, they're at like negative 15 pass rate over expectation.
And they won't have to throw it again.
They won't throw here today.
This is
Tom,
going
you
to be
and I
a
are all over
run
Bijan.
game in New York today. So, A. Baker, unpleasant 2 quarterback league decision. Browning or Flacco?
I'd go Browning. He's going to run a
think so,
little
too.
bit. We're
Browning
going to
can
get Tyson
move,
Campbell
just-
back.
Yeah, I'd go Browning. They're going to chuck it. I mean, they're huge
Yeah, at
dogs.
the end of the day, he still has Jamar Chase who can make a play for you, and maybe
Flacco's
breaks
making
one.
his first start. And
yeah, exactly.
God.
Yeah, like,
And I can
at least
tell you-
Browning has some
Once.
game reps this season.
I have had a positive thought in my mind about Brevin Jordan about 6 times, and he's 6 for 6, doing absolutely
I know.
nothing.
This is one I have to actually start
No.
Brevin in our dynasty league because I have
Oh my!
I likely
that's
and
gross.
Hawkinson on bye, and I got nothing at tight end. So,
That's
yeah, we'll go Jawan here. We trust Jawan a little bit more.
John, that's
nasty.
nasty.
Ben says, morning, trying to decide between Garrett Wilson and Hollywood for my wide receiver 3.
I'm just going Wilson. I mean, he's getting the
I think so.
ball.
I do. If Hollywood was healthy,
Yeah.
I would want to fire him in.
They've
it,
got
'cause
the bye
they play a
next
lot
week,
of man. Yeah,
Cardinals got the bye next week. They could limit Hollywood today. I'm a
that's
little
what I'm
concerned
worried
about him.
about.
So
It
I'm
seems like-
playing Wilson.
Seems like we're kind of like forgetting injuries a little bit. Like not, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's been weird with the injuries have been a little weird here. It seems like we're kind of ignoring it when guys are a little bit banged up. I don't know.
I will say
That's definitely a tiebreaker for me in this question.
Yeah,
that's
that's
why I'm
exactly
going
what I was about to say. If you've got a tiebreaker like this, it's an easy one.
Because they're
Yeah.
same
Right.
kind of projections. Yep.
Real quick, no Browns in. We expected that. Treylon Burks is back. Remember him? That's a name
Yeah.
I haven't heard in a long time.
Do you have the Texans? Did they have Boone in?
Let me see it here real quick. I'm pulled up. I was just looking at some beats. Let's see.
A. Baker has a question here while you're
Yeah,
reading.
Mike Boone, inactive. Good call. That's
Okay.
a really good call, man. He's
That's
going to have
Singletary.
massive route share.
Yeah, he was last week. Now I'll probably maybe throw a bet on Singletary over his receiving yards once we get off the show. A. Baker says need an RB and a flex out of Brees, HN, Nico, Puka, and Deontay. All right, we playing HN over Brees. How are we feeling?
That's the call, basically.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's really close.
I agree.
I don't think I would either. Tom, I see
think
you
you're-
wanting to pull the trigger though.
I do. I'm like, well, I mean, HN's ceiling is so damn high. I mean, we saw it last. Screw it. I'm going HN. I mean,
All right.
what's Brees? Is Brees going to have a 20-point game? Probably not. I mean, HN can easily do that. So I'm going to go HN. Oh, we got a super chat question from Henry Ortiz. Good morning. PPR flex, Brees Hall, Rashee Rice, or Josh Downs?
Rice.
You're going Rice? Ooh, over
I'm
Brees.
going Rice.
Yeah, I don't necessarily blame you. I think in terms of like projection, Brees is better, but I mean
Yes.
Rice, in terms of like overall upside, like getting 20 points as a score, they probably have the same like likelihood of hitting that. I'm going Brees, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
get
Brees. It's close.
I mean, I think it's now
It's
a
close.
regular occurrence. It's like now it's no longer now.
I
Why
hope
it's on
so.
the Chiefs,
Come on,
I'm
Andy.
expecting
Keep-
Rashee Rice to be a pretty big
Yeah,
factor.
I know, but I mean, he was
He's
awesome
still
last
at
week.
60 route.
63% route share again. It's like
They're right
can
the
we-
same spot.
it's
It was
unbelievable.
slightly upticked. I don't
Season
think we're
high.
ever going to get the 80% though
Yeah.
that we all want. James Rice, another super chat question. Half PPR needs 2. Debo, Monty, Najee. I'm going Debo and Najee.
Yeah, Debo and Najee for me too. Debo's some guy. I'm not taking him out of lineups.
No,
Like he has
point.
2
And this-
touchdown upside in this spot. Like this game could go absolutely off. Like you're
And I would
not
think,
taking Debo
yeah,
out of
this is a
lineups.
spot, big game. We see him maybe a little more involved in the running game a little. I could see an extra carry or 2, a couple touches for him, unconventional touches. So I'm going Debo and Najee. A tight end question as well. Laporta versus Taysom. I'm going Laporta.
Oh, Laporta, for God. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Got to. That's just a process thing,
We got Neil super chat. with the weather, Herbert versus Trevor Lawrence.
I like Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
For what
this
it's
is
worth,
one.
I'm playing Russ over Herbert in a league. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I'm not feeling good about Herbert at all.
I'm not on Herbert
Not
in
with the
general,
weather,
and
not
then
with
like
Keenan banged
Keenan's
up.
banged up. They don't have Josh Palmer back. Quentin Johnston can't get open. Like Austin Eckler can't
a lot of
move.
negatives.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
bad.
bad, man.
You
Bianca
see that
has
Eckler prop? There's an Eckler prop. It's like, I think it's over 3.5 catches.
yeah, it's
probably
plummeted
heavily
this year.
used, but yeah.
Like, what the hell?
That's
That's crazy.
That
He
ankle
doesn't
injury
think
just
so.
robbed him, John. I mean,
He's
I
got
think
nothing.
that's it.
Bianca has a super chat question. Need to benching 3. We're benching 3.
Oh,
Can you? And we're ranking them. All right. Jerome Ford, Cortland Sutton, Zach Moss, Jamar Chase, Calvin Ridley, Javonte Williams, Najee Harris, Christian Watson. So we're benching 3.
we appreciate you, Bianca, but we do have projections for this reason. If you want some rankings,
Moss is in.
Yeah, Moss is in for sure.
I think we'd better isolating the ones we're going with, right?
Yeah,
Moss.
I'm looking the other way. The bench.
Yeah,
Watson
I'm the
is
other
out
way
for
too.
me.
Benching
Watson, Sutton, and do we
Ford?
play
Three.
Javonte?
No,
That's
Javonte.
Javonte versus
Watson.
Ford. This
All right,
really
we'll play Javonte over Ford. So I'm sitting Watson, Ford, and Sutton.
Watson, Ford. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Let's see here. We're going back to the top here. Carrie, good morning. Down 50 points after that Thursday night game. Oh, so we're going for some upside here. Need 2. Javonte Williams, Devin Achane, Dearness Johnson, and Devin Singletary. Half-point PPR. We're not playing Dearness Johnson. I'll tell you that much.
Well, in this case, I would go Singletary and Achane.
That's what I'm feeling.
That's where I'm
If
at too. I
if
mean,
we're shooting for the moon here. Yeah.
Upside. Yeah,
Achane.
you're playing Achane over these kind of like lower upside guys for sure.
Achane could get you 5 or you get you 25.
25.
So let's go with Achane. Peterman, Jay Peterman, PPR, Thielen versus Hopkins.
Hopkins, because I mean it is close.
It is a PPR.
Hopkins crushes zone. You'll see a ton of that.
Very much last week though too.
I think he might be nursing an injury.
Yeah.
He hasn't been at full-time route share like for basically 5 weeks.
Yeah, it was bad last week, and we're getting Treylon Burks back.
Yeah.
Not that
They don't
really moves
throw
the
a
needle
lot.
too much. I'm going Thielen.
I'm on Thielen.
You want Thielen?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
gross, but
yeah.
go Thielen.
I mean, I do like
he's going to get
in full PPR. Yeah, John, you just said Thielen's catching.
I do. I do.
Yeah,
I do.
I like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, D-Hop, sadly, D-Hop and Thielen are kind of like the same freaking guy.
They really are.
Unbelievable. Oh, my
God. Chris says, good morning, Kyler or Russ? No rushing upside, all yards combined. That changes the formula a little bit.
That does, and I would lean Russ.
Yeah, I think he'll be.
Russ
actually have to throw the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's go Russ there. PPR, Rice versus Moss. Moss. We're playing Moss.
Yeah.
Play Moss.
There's like 3 guys I'd play over Zach Moss today.
Just play Zach Moss. No more questions on Zach Moss. Jay Peterman, PPR, pick 2. Jaden Reed, Noah Brown, and T. Higgins. Oh my.
Pick
I mean,
2.
you just stick with the hot hand and Jaden Reed for one.
I'm going Jaden Reed, and
then it's really like, what do we think about Noah Brown today? You know.
Yeah.
I think Higgins will be close to full go, but it's Jake Brown.
Yeah, I'd go Higgins. Higgins.
I'm leaning that way too.
Yeah, I'm going to pedigree with Higgins there. Carrie says
Chase should see a lot of Campbell.
Yeah. I think he'll have a fuller role as well. Noah Brown could be like 40% of the routes today.
Yeah.
Carrie has 49ers defense or Miami defense.
Ooh, Miami. Yeah, but don't drop either of those. This is like the nuts defense pairing.
I think I mentioned this about a month ago. Remember with Miami? I think I did that on this stream about picking them up, and because of this slate of games,
yeah,
and
they got
pretty awesome.
Ramsey back. They got Xavier Howard
they're
healthy.
looking better. Yep,
really good.
Unfortunately,
Jalen Phillips.
Yeah,
Phillips popped.
Yeah, that was watching the Hard Knocks at all. That was they actually like set out to follow him for the week leading up to that Jets game. It was
man, did they?
Didn't they get like JPP or something?
He's been on their practice squad, so yeah, I think they bumped him up with him going down. Indira says Cooper, Ridley, Deontay, Watson, Hollywood, Noah Brown. We're picking 3.
The first 3.
Yeah, I'm with Ridley for sure. And then, well, Cooper.
I like Deontay. Yeah, I like the
I'd
first
like Deontay
three
for sure. All right, we'll go first three there. And Dira also has Cleveland or Atlanta's defense.
Oh,
Ooh, Atlanta's.
I know. I like the spot
Jets.
for Atlanta too, John. I think I'd lean Atlanta. And again, don't drop Cleveland. They get Jets week 17. For the love of God, do not drop Browns D.
Yeah. Will says Carr if Olave plays, which I believe he is playing.
Yeah,
We got
Olave's
official
in.
word on that.
Yeah.
Or Baker. I'm going Carr.
Give me Carr.
That Carolina matchup's been.
Baker's dealing with an ankle injury too.
Yep.
I'm playing Carr.
Phil says morning PPR 2 quarterbacks: Minshew, Flacco, or Browning. Minshew and Browning for me here.
Yeah.
Minshew and Browning. Yeah.
Sorry, Joe. Anil says PPR need 2 running backs, a wide receiver, and a flex. Out of David Montgomery, Breece Hall, Jalen Warren, Puka, Garrett Wilson, T. Higgins, and Trey McBride. I always want to say Danny McBride. When I see McBride. Okay, 2 running backs, a wide receiver, and a flex out of this group. I'm thinking
you could play the 3 running backs.
Yeah, all 3 backs, and then who are we choosing? I'm probably going Puka for the flex.
Yeah, Puka over Wilson.
Yeah. Big Earn PPR, half point PPR. Need 1. Thielen, Kirk, or Garrett Wilson.
Kirk.
Yeah.
That offense will actually score some points. So let's go.
I mean, it's a great spot for Kirk too. Bengals are really bad through the slot. I give out a Christian Kirk over in Discord.
Nice. Yeah, the Bengals are cratering everywhere on defense. They're pretty.
They've been in a season, guys, where we've had like so many good defenses. The Bengals were like one of the ones that got hyped up the most, and they've been awful.
Yeah,
legit awful.
They've been put in some tough spots as well from the offense.
That's fair. That's fair.
Kyle says morning need 2 in a PPR: Puka, Breece, Swift, and Garrett Wilson. Probably playing. Swift.
I'd probably go Puka and Swift.
Puka and Swift.
I'm playing Swift over Breece at this point.
Yeah, if that game shoots out, I'm playing Swift.
You're talking the Eagles offense, dominant running game, and freaking Nate Hackett led Jets. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yes. There you go. The tiebreaker, Nate Hackett.
Offensive genius, Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah. So, we'll sit Breece and Garrett Wilson in that 33-point total game in New Jersey. Dan Casey, Pitts or Otten? Oh, my gosh.
Otten. Yeah, Otten.
This is where we're at with Kyle Pitts.
And he also says we need to drop Pitts or likely to pick up Otten. I think in which case you drop Pitts and you play likely and Otten for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Just let's all bail.
Guys, there's an article on our site where I said Kyle Pitts is a great pick, and this is why I hate fantasy football.
It has not turned out that way.
I was with it,
that whole tight end bucket, Darren Waller, no. Kyle Pitts, no. Dallas Goedert, basically no. Kittle was like the only guy who's like, he's been up and down.
I just thought it was a good process and investment decision at this point.
It was all process for me too, and it was like, if they throw a little more, which they did early in the year, he's got some upside. He wasn't right. It's over.
But then again, it didn't ruin your team if you took him in the 6th, did it?
I hope not.
That's the point, though. See, that's the point. Like,
shoot for the upside that line.
It's not going to ruin your team if it doesn't work, and it could make your team if it does. That's appealing.
Maybe next year for Kyle Pitts.
Joe saying that in 4 years.
I know. They'll be saying 2030. Maybe next year for Kyle Pitts. Joe says half point PPR. Have to play one of these 2 running backs: Miles Sanders or Jeff Wilson.
Wilson all day. Miles Sanders looks like absolute dog dirt out there.
Miles probably gets more work, but screw it. Let's go with the Dolphins running back. Maybe finds the end zone on one of those carries. RJ Cologne will say flex PPR: Dotson or Judy.
Judy.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I would play Judy too, and just pray for some attachment to a huge game. Dotson has just been. I mean, I don't know what else to say with this guy.
He's awful against zone.
He's awful against everything, really.
I think he's just awful. I think he's just been having an awful year.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really hard thing to wrap your head around. New offense, new coaching staff. Like, what is his role in the new like? It's a lot of this is above our pay grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of spreading the ball around too. I mean, Terry McLaurin been well below his what everybody was expecting from him as well. We got another super chat question here.
Hey.
But there's no question attached to it. So try to find that, Tom.
I just saw Eli Apple inactive. I'm like, wow, I forgot about that. They got Eli Apple.
There he is.
Yeah.
Jason, you didn't submit your question, so just resubmit it and we'll get to it, man.
Okay, we got RCS here. Half PPR needs one. AT Perry, Zay Jones, or Dearness goes to camp. I would. This is one of those. I'll go AT Perry and just hope that. Yeah, he has a bigger role here.
He'll have a full-time role, but
he'll be on the field.
That's about all I can say about him.
And the Lions have been pretty friendly here recently, so maybe we'll get a.
It was AT Ernest goes to camp and who?
Zay Jones.
Yeah, Mr. Touchdown.
Zay. Yeah, I mean that's the other.
Zay is he's a touchdown and he's running a lot of wind sprints out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got another super chat question from Kane. 1 point PPR needs 3, 1 running back spot and 2 flexes. Javonte, Jerome Ford, Brian Robinson, AJ Dillon, Puka Nacua, and Rashee Rice.
Good problem to have here, Kane.
Yeah, I'm going
Puka and Rice.
Puka and Rice in the flex spots for sure.
Oh, okay.
That running back spot is tight, man.
I think I'm leaning towards Javonte. Are you leaning forward?
I'm leaning forward with that. John was saying the role's trending his way. I'm with John on that. Like we were saying, Javonte with the game scripted, he could really fall off here.
Ford's pretty good, man. I mean,
he's really good. John, I liked him coming out of college. He was like my RB6 in that rookie class. I really liked him.
He's gonna rip off some runs now.
Yeah.
He's good. He was an Alabama boy. Before he transferred out. So
yes, he was.
He has the pedigree.
That class was insane when they had that whole group. Oh my God, at Bama.
Najee was through that group.
Najee.
Jason's he did get his question here. We got Hollywood versus Dotson versus Higgins.
Hollywood all day.
This is one I'd roll the dice with Hollywood.
Good question to ask, man. But we're playing Hollywood here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Tom, what's the weather going to be like in Pittsburgh today? I saw
showers.
Of rain.
It's going to be kind of off and on. I think it's
okay.
I think it's kind of clearing out here a little bit.
If it's off and on, it's fine. If it's going to be, I think it's going to pour in New England.
It's going to be pour. It's going to be periods of downpours, but it's going to be kind of off and on. It looks like the bigger part of the storm is going to be over New York and New England. That's going to be pretty consistent rain. It looks like there. Bob Max says PPR Jaden Reed or Judy.
Give me Reed.
Jaden Reed.
Give me Reed.
Judy. Oh my gosh, he's
zero
Judy's
all year. I like that. I have an angle for Judy, but
he needs
living on angles. We've been living on.
He needs a lot of angles.
He's been a theory.
Yes. Jason H. Good morning, PPR. I need to start 2 out of Najee, Jerome Ford, T. Higgins, and Christian Watson. Give me Najee and Ford on that one.
Najee and Ford,
slam dunk there.
I might go Watson over Ford if I felt like I needed a lot of upside, but Watson does feel a little boom or bust. I guess he is every week, but especially this week.
Michael Powers says, "Hi guys, I need a tight end and a flex from Njoku, Freiermuth, Pickens, and Higgins. It's tight end premium scoring."
I mean, Njoku has been the glue that has held this passing game together.
I think you play both tight ends. I'm good with both.
What about Pickens though? I mean, that's a pretty good matchup for him.
He has such a low floor.
I think I would go Pickens, Njoku and Pickens. Cardinals have been, that's one area where they have shut down tight ends.
I mean, Pickett is getting 2 touchdowns for only the second time in his career
since Christmas Eve last year,
baby.
I mean, that's ballsy.
It's almost a full calendar year.
I mean, he's not getting 1 touchdown. He's getting 2. Whoa.
Pittsburgh might lose their collective minds today. We got another. Go ahead. We got another super chat here. PPR, it's not pretty. Samaje Perine, Zeke, or Miles Sanders. I'm going
not Miles Sanders.
Not Miles Sanders. Not. I mean, are we going for a touchdown with Zeke, or are we going P. Ryan and hope he catches 3 or 4 checkdowns? And
Yeah,
I'd probably
P.
go
Ryan.
Zeke because
yeah.
McLaughlin's still getting some scraps, isn't he?
Yeah, I think the game script could work in P. Ryan's favor, though, if they're trailing and we kind of saw it in that Bills game a couple weeks ago. You know, if they're chasing points, I mean, it's really thin either way.
It's thin either way. Yeah, I would play Zeke with John and just pray that he falls into the end zone and the Chargers defense is awful. But yeah.
I must be a little slow on the uptake with Houston because I remember a month ago I was like a little skeptical and they went off. I'm a little skeptical today, actually. So for me, it's just another test. Like if Stroud kicks ass again, I mean, man, Denver's D has been very disciplined. Like they don't give you anything lately, you know?
Yeah, he's been fantastic. Well, I'm all in on Stroud. He showed it again. I mean, he had another. He was moving around. Like he hadn't really shown that too much.
True. So he was running around. He looked like a friggin' like a running quarterback.
Just maneuvering the pocket.
He's awesome.
You're
never fading Stroud like that's.
No. Yeah. Justin says, "Good morning. Full point PPR Njoku or McBride." This is interesting.
Well, one player is good at football and the other one is not. So to me, it's Trey McBride. Njoku has 8 drops, guys. 8.
He's always had bad hands, man. He does.
He stinks. He stinks.
I'm with you, Graham. Let's go McBride.
He's definitely underwhelmed, but the reason he's still around is because he does have these elite traits, and every once in a while you're like, damn,
John, he looks like a Greek guy, but he plays like he's a backup for the freaking Panthers. Like
I hear you,
bestie tight ends. Like he just gets volume. Like that's
Yeah, and but
no one else to throw to.
That's part of my analysis because I know. Talking to Nate Zagura all the time, they love him. Like they just love him. You know what I mean? They keep paying him, and they do throw it to him.
God bless him.
I'll be curious to see if he has the same role here with Flacco, though. I think we were touching on it a little bit earlier. I think he's more capable of throwing outside the numbers, and it's been a lot of little screens in Njoku. So
I think that's it. And you look at the splits with Watson with Njoku, it's like he was unusable.
Yeah,
because Watson throws down the field.
There are a lot of little dump offs and designed little passes for him with the old quarterback. So we'll see how it kind of shakes out today. Omar sent a super chat question in. Good morning. 1 point PPR, Tank or Ayuk? And then he has Brees or Singletary.
You're making me like decide between my kids here if I had kids.
How do you have 2 elite options? We have them back to back in our projections as well.
If Tank and Ayuk were my children, I would have rankings for them. and right now, Ayuk gets a slight edge.
Yeah,
there you go. All right,
Ayuk, little slight.
I tell my kids all the time, like, you're moving up. His rankings are very fluid.
Yep, they changed daily. Phil says PPR. We got Taysom versus McBride. I'm going McBride.
I'm going McBride.
The Heat Lifer, Kyler Murray or Trevor Lawrence? Trevor Lawrence.
Lawrence. I mean, we're good with Lawrence. Graham, you're the Lawrence person. I think we're good. Like this is where we thought we'd be all year, and we're in.
Yeah, I'm not all the way there just yet, but I mean, he's definitely playing a lot better. Another good matchup here. I mean, they should roll. They should absolutely roll.
Indira says Jawan, Otten, or Everett.
Not Everett.
I don't think of Jawan there.
I like Jawan.
Yeah,
Jawan would be an upside. Otten, if you like, just give me 7 damn points. I mean, safer.
Otten will get you 4 for 29.
Talking about
catches 4 every week.
Talk about awful tight ends. Kate Otten's one of them. My goodness,
he's lumbering out there.
He can't move.
No, he has a great role though. So
hey,
Brian Bush says, please rank and discuss upside versus safety. PPR, Noah Brown. Elijah Moore, I guess.
Elijah Moore, yeah.
Brian Robinson. Well,
Brian Robinson has the upside.
Yeah, he's got the role.
Yeah, he's got the safety and the floor. So to me, it's B Rob, and then
Noah Brown even if it's limited. Elijah's good for 3 for 35, but Probably not a whole lot more than that. And
Exactly.
He was Flacco's boy with the Jets, Tom.
That's
he was. He's got that connection.
John, you're talking about Jerry Jeudy in theory. Elijah Moore is the ultimate in theory player.
100%. No, I've always said the concept of Elijah Moore is so much better than the actual product.
What like he must have like he's just like cursed. He just all these terrible quarterbacks just follow him around. It looks like finally he gets Deshaun Watson this year, and he's got DTR and PJ Walker and Joe Flacco's back. So not
he must have messed with the wrong people.
Yeah, that's Bull says half point PPR need 2. Garrett Wilson, Christian Kirk, and Puka. I'm going Puka and Kirk.
Yep.
He's facing the number 1 team and needs high upside.
Yeah, give me. Well, okay. In that case, definitely give me the 2 guys that have a quarterback.
Yes,
and it's not Tim Boyle.
Yeah. What if Wilson has Boyle, and that matchup isn't the easiest against that Falcons perimeter?
If Puka gets like 7 points again, I think at that point, then I'm officially worried. Like, what's up?
Oh, I'm officially worried now with Kupp and Nakua, to be honest. But no Denzel Ward. I was looking into this. Browns play an extremely high amount of 1 high safety looks, a lot of cover 1, a lot of cover 3, and Stafford is just like jamming targets to Nakua and Kupp. Last week it was a little more spread out. I think they get back to that here. Kupp dinged his ankle on the first play, the first or second play of that game too. So
I like Puka
I'm
today.
concerned, but yeah. I like
him today more so because I'm just like, I don't know what to think of Kupp at all.
His prop. I looked at his prop for like
they're both at 52 and a half.
I'm just staring at him like I have no idea.
I
think 52 and a half is just a great number. That's a great number.
Right where it should be.
Yep.
Ballast boys are back. The Ballast Boys Plumbing. Good morning. Full PPR, DeAndre Hopkins or Amari Cooper. This is when I'd go Hopkins.
Yeah, Hopkins.
I'm going Hopkins.
Yeah.
Jack says Jake and Jersey here need 2 out of these 3: Puka, Olave, and Tank Dell. Olave and Tank Dell.
Hey, what's up, Jake? He's in my DMs this morning. 2 of the 3.
I'm playing Olave and Tank.
Yep. Yeah.
AMF.
Olave's gonna get like 12 targets again today.
Yep. We got Adam here. Kyler versus Sam Howell. Thanks.
I mean, we have them really close.
Yeah, we have them back to back. 16.
I'm going Howell.
I'm with you, John. I'm with you, John. I'm going Howell, chasing the volume there. That game absolutely could go nuts. I don't.
Yeah,
think
Cardinals
Steelers
the
has a chance to go nuts.
He's really only had like 1 bad game. Howell.
Yeah. His floor has been awesome, and he's got a good ceiling too.
So much passing volume.
Yeah.
That's Bull has another one here. Half point PPR needs 2 and a flex. Gibbs, Moss, Monty, Brees, and Javonte Williams. Thank you. Moss for sure. Gibbs for me, and we going Monty or Brees? I think, or Javonte. I'm going probably Monty.
Give me Monty, yeah, but
I'm going Monty too.
Just the offense, man. I think when you have to think of Brees, it's like, you're comparing the offenses at this point. Like Brees, is a great player, but they're not going to move the ball too, and you have an option to play the Lions guys over Brees. Like, you're doing that.
Yeah,
they're going to be at full strength on the offensive line too.
Yeah.
Yep. The Lions offensive line was in shambles on Thanksgiving Day there. Good morning. This is from Jeremy. PPR, Purdy versus Stroud. Much appreciated. Stroud. No,
Stroud. Yeah, Stroud. But man, Purdy's an awesome play today.
I'm with you. I think we got another super chat question here.
Who has more upside, Purdy or Stroud? I feel like it's Purdy in this one.
In this spot, Purdy.
Yeah, if we get an Eagles Bills game,
Purdy can throw for 380 and 3 today. If that game 100%. Goes like absolutely nuts, like I don't know if I've Stroud. You know what? I'm not going to say it. I'm not.
Yeah, you don't say anything about Stroud there.
It's a big test. I'm telling you, it's a big test. I cannot freaking believe how tight Denver's
John. It's a great game, and I'll be honest with you, my gut says Denver wins, but I don't know why I'm thinking that way.
That was one line I was looking at all week. I almost took Denver plus 3.
I don't know why I'm feeling that way, but.
Yeah, we got another super chat question from RCS. Jaden Reed or Antonio Gibson?
Ooh,
No, you've been trying to do like the Antonio Gibson whisper.
I really do. I really, really do. Like, I mean,
Let's do it. Let's.
yeah,
This is
I'm
one I could
doing
go
it.
Gibson.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
good
he'll
with
get
that
to like
too.
12 points.
Reed's dealing with a chest ribs injury.
Yep.
He could be limited.
Could be
tonight.
limited.
Yeah.
All right, we got some more super chat questions. Two Tank One. Good morning, fellas. Can you rank the following? Eckler, Brees, Bijan, Monty, Achan.
Yeah. Bijan, Achan, Brees, Monty, Eckler.
I'd go Bijan, Eckler, Monty, Brees, Achan. I hate to say it, but I mean the guy Achan was gotten like 3 yards in the last 7 weeks.
Yeah, you know what? I'll flip Achan and Monty. I'd play Monty over Achan, but I would really consider Achan over Eckler. Man, Eckler's
it's been rough.
Look at it this way. Look at it this way. If you don't play Achan, look, if you need him, play him. But if you don't play him and he does well, at least I feel better now. Like what if you play him and he craps the bed? Now you're like, that really sucks.
And this is like the perfect week. We were talking about. There's some people that scored a lot of points on that Thursday night game. If you're chasing upside, if you know that you got to chase some upside, Achan is a good guy to put in the lineups. But maybe you go a little more conservative route if you had Dak go off or Geno Smith go off. We got more questions here from Elliot. Super chat question. Thanks, Elliot. Looked at Guru's rankings. Need a flex in PPR after starting 3 wide receivers of Ayuk, Waddle, and Dill. Okay, so he's got Jamar Chase or AJ Dillon. A quarter point per carry.
Yeah.
Which makes it a little tighter for me. I'm kind of with you, Elliot. I think you're gonna make the gods mad if you sit Jamar Chase. I'm playing Chase.
I'm playing Jalen Warren over Jamar Chase in a league, and I'm like freaking cutting my teeth over it. I think in this instance, man, you got to play Chase. Like, even with the quarter point per carry.
Yeah, that does make it a little even. Yeah, Dillon's terrible.
Dylan's terrible. And he's not even playing on passing downs in the games that Aaron Jones has played. Like, it's been all, Patrick Taylor.
Yeah. Okay,
but they do at least throw to him on early downs a little bit, Dylan. But yeah.
All right, we got more super chat questions. Matt Fox. Do we have that question, Thomas, or do we want to get one of these other two that are?
I think it's Achan versus Singletary.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Achan versus Singletary. This is one Singletary. Yeah. Let's see here. We got a couple more super chat questions from AMF. Start three. PPR: Chase, Devontae Smith, Waddle, and Brees.
We better get this one right.
Yeah, no.
Appreciate you, man.
Devontae Smith,
Waddle,
and then are we going Chase or Brees?
Brees.
Yeah, this is one I'd go Brees.
The floor is great with him. I mean, he's going to get 3 or 4 dump offs today. Like Chase, 2 of his catches were on those weird tip passes.
The 2 longest catches too. They went for 50 some yards. Yeah. I think we have another super chat question, another big one lined up here. He's also got another question here. Anyway, Bucks or Chiefs defense?
Right. Now we have the Bucks higher, but.
Yep. Not Bryce Young, not Chase Young.
I'm going Chiefs.
I'm thinking Chiefs because Jordan Love will turn it. He'll throw interceptions.
The Bucks are down Levante David and Jamel Dean again, right?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, especially if it's more turnover, I think I would lean towards Chiefs. If it's more score based, total in the Panthers Buccaneers game should be quite a bit lower. I think we got some more super chat questions here.
I think he donated twice, which we really appreciate that. Yeah, appreciate
that. Thanks. Man. All right, Tom, where do you want to jump back in here? I'll kind of follow your lead. Tyler says McBride or Gibson. McBride or Gibson? I'm going McBride.
McBride.
Yeah. Jab says, hey guys, should I roll with Najee, Warren, or Singletary?
Warren.
Yeah, I'm Warren. I kind
of like Singletary.
Yeah. I'm with Graham there. I'd like the Pittsburgh backs here. Alex says, best dart throw, Perry, A.T. Perry, Johnny Mingo, Trey Palmer.
I like Palmer a lot. I mean, his matchup isn't fantastic, but Godwin is banged up.
Yeah, he's not full.
Dart throw is Mingo. I
I'm
think
going
just
A.T.
because the
Perry.
matchup, but Bryce
Mhm.
Young is awful. Like,
Yeah, I'm
I
going
get it.
Palmer. Palmer is good. I mean, Baker likes Palmer. He really does. I mean, it's
So we have 3 different answers for this one. I'm Perry.
Well,
Graham's
congratulations,
Mingo,
Alex. There you go, buddy.
Yeah. So,
who do you like better between the 3 of us personally? Go with
yeah,
that.
there you go. That's a tiebreaker. Brian says PPR need 2: Devin Singletary, AJ Dillon, and Christian Watson. Singletary for sure.
Needs
And
2
Watson.
Singletary for sure, and Watson. Yeah.
Yeah, Watson.
Unless you really wanted, like, I can't take a 0. Like, give
If
me
you're like a
9.
huge
Yeah,
favorite,
that will be a Sunday night game, so you might have a better idea of where you're sitting in your matchup.
Right.
With
I mean,
Dillon and Watson.
Dillon is a safer bet for 10 points.
Yes. 20 points.
He ain't
Watson's
getting
probably
20.
No chance.
He ain't getting 15.
The Heat Lifer sends a super chat question. Needs some upside. Christian Watson, Kirky, Christian Kirk, Puka Nakua, or Josh Downs. All right.
I'd probably go Puka.
Yeah,
I'm going Kirk.
I was thinking Kirk myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just
Such a good spot.
Jaguars are scoring 4 touchdowns. I don't know if that's going to happen for the Rams here. So they're very close to, in terms of a projection. So
Tom, you see Jags are open to like 8. That's getting hammered. I mean,
I know. I was thinking about jumping in. And I think it's going to close 10 plus. I might be jumping in there. RJ.
It is 10 now. Yep.
No, it is 10. It was 9.5 this morning. Shit. Yep. Well, I missed my chance. RJ says Conklin or Brevin Jordan. 1 point PPR.
Conklin all day. Everyone over Brevin Jordan. I'm a hater.
This is the week he goes off, John. You're off.
I have one league. It's the SFB actually. I'm still alive. Tom, you and I are still alive in SFB.
We're both
baby.
doing very well.
Let's keep it up.
I think
Brevin Jordan over Conklin.
Brevin Jordan scores today.
Yeah.
Quick.
Let's go. I'm trying to think. I have Hawkinson has been my tight end. So
I mean, the only thing we need is a touchdown, and Stroud can provide that. So
yeah. All right. We're rooting for Brevin Jordan. So if you want to be on join the team on Brevin Jordan and pray, join Graham and I in the Scott Fishbowl.
John's apocalyptic right now. He cannot think of it.
Brevin Jordan is just like is he real? Is he fake? It's like
is he AI? Is Brevin Jordan AI?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's the other guy? The Quintanero guy. He'll probably pop up this week.
There you go.
Bianca says bench 2 full point PPR. So we're benching Sutton, Deontay, Jerome Ford, Najee, Singletary.
Oh man, that's so tight. I think you bench Deontay and Ford to me.
I was thinking Deontay
Ford versus Sutton is really close.
Yeah, I was thinking I'll play the 3 backs.
I kind of like Deontay today, though.
Kind of like all. I mean, it's tough. It's a
Deontay or Sutton. I think I'd go Deontay over Sutton.
I'm on Sutton. Just that game shooting out, Russ scoring, throwing touchdowns. But it is a great spot for Deontay.
Yeah, we got another leg. Oh, you want to jump back up to that last one, Thomas? She had a second part of that question, or he?
Another league is Ford versus Javonte, and we're playing. I think we've all said Ford over Javonte today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Valerie says crazy problem and this is a super chat question. Thank you, Valerie. Crazy problem to have PPR. Pick 2: Breece Hall, David Montgomery, Raheem Mostert, and Singletary.
Ooh.
That's a crazy good problem to have, Valerie.
Yeah, that's a nice lineup in the 6 bye
Mostert
week.
to me is must start. Mostert is
Singletary.
must start, and then
I'm going Singletary then.
Yeah, I'm Mostert and Singletary.
I would. I think I'd play Montgomery over Singletary, but yeah, you guys break the tie. That's fine.
He gets the catches. Like he's clearly their pass catching now.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. We got Michael Powers. Thanks for the super chat donation. Drake London or Amari Cooper. Full PPR.
Man, we hate them both.
I'll go Amari. I'm going Amari.
Yeah, I'm going Amari. Yeah, I think I'm going Amari because of freaking
more ceiling.
Yeah,
he's going to see Reed and Gardner out there, man.
No good. We also have Breece versus Chase. PPR length of TD bonuses.
I think in PPR with Breece is getting 3 or 4 dump offs. See, that's
Breece.
That's the call.
We'll go Breece on that one. All right, let's see where we're going next. You kind of show the way, Tom. I'll follow. Nicole says, "Good morning."
Debo?
Nakua or Debo?
Debo.
I don't love Debo though. I mean, this week they do play more man nowadays.
I'm chasing that game. I'm chasing that game being like the one that goes for 60 today, and there's two
Sure.
of them. I think there's two games that can go for 60.
It's a coin flip. I mean, is it a Debo day? I mean, it's tough, you know.
It is an Ayuk day. I think Tom and I are both on Ayuk.
I think I also think it's a Kittle game potentially.
Yes,
too.
that linebackers
Just
for the Eagles.
start all your guys in this game. That's where I'm at.
Thing. Like just play all the 49. You know, play them all. Play all the Eagles.
Plus, when in doubt, here's a good example. When in doubt, look at the quarterback. I trust Purdy more than Stafford right now.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That Browns game, that could be an eyesore. It could be a 17-14 game. Patrick says 2 of 3 long catch plus points. Love, Purdy, Mahomes. I'm sitting Love. Playing Purdy and Mahomes.
Well, somebody's bringing up the fantasy gods, and I think if you bench Patrick Mahomes in fantasy, that is angering the gods right there.
Yep, but it's
especially
justified
for Love.
to ask it.
It is justified, absolutely. Ceiling's been a lot lower, but yeah, you're not playing him over Love.
Yeah, we'll go Purdy and Mahomes for that one.
Yeah, Love could implode here. Mahomes just he ain't imploding.
No.
Yeah,
it ain't happening.
Got Justin Eller, need a dart throw, wide receiver 3, Pickens, Dotson, or Dortch. Pickens for me.
Pickens all day.
Pickens, Dotson, and Dortch rolls off the tongue really well.
Dortch
all day.
All right, let's go Pickens on that one.
Pickens, yep.
CC Rob Lock Stories. Okay. Full PPR, Jawan Johnson or Brevin Jordan? Jawan Johnson for me on that one.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep cracking up every time somebody brings up Brevin Jordan.
He's going off today.
There's a guy where the concept of Brevin Jordan is just the idea is just way better than the actual.
Well, he's got that Miami Hurricanes tight end too. You know those guys.
Exactly.
They churn them out. Justin says Noah Brown or T Higgins in a half-point PPR.
I think we had this earlier and we said Higgins. Yeah.
It's just Brown could have a 50. You know, he could be limited here. Brian, another super chat question. Not a gorific situation. Well, we'll do our best here. Of course, he's going to ask about Brevin Jordan. Brevin Jordan versus Jawan Johnson. He says, I have Olave and Singletary in my lineup. It doesn't matter to me. I'm playing Jawan Johnson.
Yeah. You're playing Johnson here.
Yeah. I'd rather quit playing than start Brevin Jordan.
Well, good news, John. We have another Brevin Jordan question. The man of the hour here. We already had that. Conklin.
I mean, if we get one more, then Jordan scoring twice today.
All right, then will it into existence, people.
Great.
Steve says Pittsburgh, Los Angeles Chargers, or Rams in a survivor poll. I did already pick the Bucks. I'm going Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think so too. Chargers could absolutely lose today. I could do that.
That line, I'm not going anywhere near it. You got two teams that don't want to cover spreads all season.
Yeah.
I'm not going near that game. Rams, I mean, we had one nice performance from the Rams, and now they're 3.5-point favorites over the Browns. That line was a little fishy to me this week as well.
Browns don't really travel that well.
Yeah.
And they got Myles Garrett back, though, and that's big. That's all they need against that offensive line.
Per Mar 99. Need one for playoffs. Week 14. We're doing advanced scouting here. Houston versus the Jets. Green Bay versus the Giants.
Houston's schedule is hot, man. I was looking at them this morning, and they're like not owned at all. I think picking up Houston makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, they play the Titans twice. They get the Jets.
DeVito. You don't want to go against Tommy DeVito.
Yeah.
That Jets, Boyle or Simeon. It's probably gonna be Simeon by next week.
I wonder if that's Tyrod Taylor by 16. I mean, it's possible.
I think it will be.
I think they give DeVito week 14. And then if he loses, it will be Tyrod.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go Houston on that one. It's close enough.
Well, we say that the Giants are tanking. I mean,
it behooves them to play the worst score. The guy that has, he's been a good story generator for him as well. Some positive publicity for otherwise negative seasons. So, Craig says defense: KC, Cleveland, New York Jets, or New Orleans. I'm going KC.
KC.
Yep.
Yeah. Jose, Dobbs or Amari Cooper, PPR.
Gotta go Dobbs.
I don't
really.
Yeah, Dobbs stinks.
Yeah, but he gets red zone targets like it's
Will they
going
be
out
in the
of
red
style.
zone tonight, though? I'm with you. I'm going Cooper there. Craig has another one here. Half point PPR. Jamar Chase, Rashee Rice, or Pat Freiermuth. Oh boy,
Rice.
Oh my God.
you're going Rice over Chase. Oh, I think
Yeah,
I
I
have
am.
to do it too. I think
I am too, man. Yeah.
Yep.
God,
wow. Week 13.
man.
We're playing.
I mean, think
Rashee
about
Rice.
it.
My brain
Was
just
second
broke,
round
guys.
rookie over the guy that was going second in fantasy drafts this summer.
10,
Let's just
13
try and
a.m.
visualize Rice
Look at that.
running with the ball, looking good last couple weeks, which
And then I envisioned Jamar Chase
Right.
Yeah.
yelling
he's
at
got
Browning
Patty
to throw me the
Mahomes
damn
throwing
ball
him.
sidelines. And
Right. Right.
we got another one here from Justin. 4-point throwing, 6 rushing TD. Stroud versus Lawrence. I'm going Stroud.
Oh,
I got to
Stroud.
stick Stroud.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stroud.
Permar says, quit bashing the GOAT, Scott Barrett's guy, Brevin Jordan. So,
Hey, it's just because he's min price today. It's just because he's min price.
all right, a couple more here and we'll wrap it up. Jack says, need one running back and 2 flex. Najee, Jalen Warren, Achane, Garrett Wilson, and Thielen. I'm going both Steelers backs and Achane.
Yeah. All 3 backs for me.
Yeah.
I'd probably go
Ian,
Thielen over HN myself.
Okay. Yeah, that's the safer play for sure. Ian says, give me 2s to start full PPRs. Devontae Smith, Josh Downs, and Joe Mixon at running back.
I'm benching Mixon out of this group. Full PPR, you can get 5 or 6 grabs from Downs today.
Yeah. Yeah. Downs looked pretty good
Joe
last
Mixon
week.
for Josh Downs. I got to go Mixon, but definitely Devonta Smith for the first spot. Calvin says Jordan Love or Derek Carr. Help, please.
I'm going Love there. No, I can't do it. I can't do Carr. No.
I'm going Love too. Carr's ceiling is just so low. I mean,
Love will probably run for 20, by the way.
he could. Yeah,
At the
absolutely.
very least.
Let's see here. Justin says 1 point PPR, need 3. Debo, Mike Evans, Calvin Ridley, Thielen, Tank Dell.
Evans, Ridley, Dell. Done.
Okay.
Yep.
Evans, Ridley, Dell. Ian says CMC and Pollard for running backs. That's not a question. Craig.
Proud of you, Ian. Way to go.
Yep, good job, buddy.
You're loaded, baby. Craig says 1 wide receiver, 1 flex, full PPR. Puka, Garrett Wilson, Brian Robinson, Brees Hall.
Right, Puka and Hall.
Yeah, Puka and
Brees.
Brees.
Yeah,
Yep.
Puka and Brees.
All right, one last one here to finish the day. Kenny Nessel says Singletary or Monty.
Come
Half PPR.
Kenny.
Might go single.
Let's go Singletary.
Yeah, Singletary. Yeah.
Okay. That will wrap it up. Thanks for joining us for the week 13 final points. The questions weren't too terrible today. A little too much Brevin Jordan for John's liking.
Those were
but-
tough ones, though. Those were
Yeah.
tough ones.
It's a tough week out there. I hope everybody gets through it. The 6 buys isn't going to make it easy, but only one more week, and I think it's just like the Cardinals and
Falcons.
The
Cardinals and Falcons.
And now
No,
it's
the
time
last
for
two
my
teams.
favorite part of the week where I sit on the couch for 10 straight hours and watch football, baby.
Nice.
Let's go.
There you go. Let's
Fantastic.
do it. All right. I hope everybody enjoys the day as much as John does, and good luck to all your fantasy lineups and your prop bets and your DFS lineups. Join us again next week at 11 a.m. for week 14 edition of the Final Points.